Well, I've been writing my first feature film. It's very much inspired by Danse Macabre motive, dancing with death, and I think we all do. We all dance with death every day, you know?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Creativity Worth Expressing. I'm your host, Ryan Anthony Hernandez, and today we have a special guest coming all the way from Poland. Our guest is an aspiring actor, filmmaker, and also writing, and in general is just very creative and artistic. Please welcome to the podcast my special guest, Zuza Piatek. Zuza, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me. Nice to meet you, Ryan.
It's a pleasure to have you on the show. And to get started, well, you have so many avenues of creativity that you are exploring. Which one would you say is the one that you are leaning towards the most at this moment?
The most at this moment is probably acting, because that's what I've been interested in for most of my life. I've been introduced to the world of filmmaking and movies at a very young age by my amazing parents. So yeah, acting it is. But I'm also writing and hopefully directing my own stuff in the future.
Okay, so that's very exciting, and your career is still very young, just getting started. But
Yeah.
let's now dive into your world of creativity. So, as is someone you said that you were introduced to film and movies at a young age, what was it that sparked your interest to not only watch and consume, but to say, I want to get involved and I want to, be a part of this?
Well, as I said, movies has been a big part of my life for a very long time. And my parents always fed me with great movies. My dad introduced me to action films and my mom to comedies. And at some point, I think that was inevitable for me to pursue something in the filmmaking industry, you know?
Is there a movie from your childhood that just captivated you and made you think, wow, this is what I want to do?
Probably. It's a very tough question because I was watching so many amazing movies at a very young age, but I think what kind of pushed me into the world of filmmaking was Die Hard with
Die
Bruce
Hard.
Willis.
Die Hard.
Yeah,
What was it about Die Hard? And it's funny you say that because Christmas is coming. At the time of this recording, it's actually Halloween over here in
yeah,
the
my favorite
States.
holiday.
It's a beautiful holiday.
Yeah,
But talking about Die Hard, it's seen as a Christmas film, but
yeah.
also action. But how did this pull you a bit more compared to other movies into the direction of you getting involved yourself?
Well, I think, well, definitely the story, the plot, but I think it's very, first of all, entertaining at the most basic level. And I was so captivated by the film as a child. I just felt like I want to do this. I want to be in that movie.
Now let's look at your career, how it all started. So you were very young. When was it that you started getting involved? Were there programs at school or outside?
Well, I've at school I've always tried to like be at any public event, like theater or public speaking or stuff like that. I was very active in school, but I've been actively auditioning for stuff for around a year and a half ago. And yeah, I think my very first audition was for this Hungarian director that was making a film about Ukrainian women living in Hungary. of course, I did not get it at that time, but it was very kind of pivotal experience for me because it kind of made me feel like I really can pursue it, you know?
Let's take a step back and let's look at the auditioning process. What is it like in Poland? Is it just you filming yourself? Do you have to go to a studio?
Well, actually, the industry after COVID looks like you gotta do online auditioning, like self tapes and stuff. And I think it's not dependable on the country you're auditioning to, because I've been auditioning in Poland, in England, in the US also. And yeah, it's always the self tape process, you know? You get the script, you need to get your reader, and you record yourself.
What was it that gave you the ambition to chase your dreams?
Definitely my parents, who always encouraged me to do what I love, and they always supported me throughout the journey, and they still do. And I think I have this inner drive that's in me that pushes me forward. No matter how many times I get rejected, I keep coming back.
And do you have like a favorite, like a song playing in your head that keeps you pumped or motivated?
Uh, I don't think I do. I just have this phrase that I heard some time ago that uh, no matter how many times you get rejected, you keep coming back, you keep pushing forward because 100 no's lead to one yes, you know?
Can you tell us a bit about the writing that you are currently doing?
Well, I've been writing my first feature film. It's very much inspired by Danse Macabre motive, dancing with death. And I think we all do. We all dance with death every day, you know? Yeah, the feature film is basically about how pressure from our environment and the pressure we put on ourselves is controlling kind of our life and our life choices, and how it's limiting us in this bubble that people wants to lock us in, you know?
What is it that you love so much about the acting process?
Well, I think most importantly, creating a whole new life that is not your own, and being able to emphasize with a lot of different people, because you don't kind of get to decide what you play. You can play a bad guy, and then you can play a mom or someone who's fighting a very difficult situation in life that it is not necessarily your own, and you have no idea what's it like, you know? You just kind of get to swim in somebody else's life and get to put yourself in their shoes. And I think it's beautiful. How can you create someone's life at the very, very different stages?
Yes, that's the beautiful thing about writing, and also as an actor trying to get into the role of playing this character. Earlier, you mentioned your love for Die Hard action. For
Yeah.
you, now that you're trying to get movie roles, and just quick question, is it only movie roles that you're trying to get, or also other gigs?
Not necessarily only movies. I would love to do TV also, short films as well, and theater, most importantly. For the past couple of years, I've been really interested in musical theater, and I think doing that in some different stage of my career would be very fun too.
Okay, so super cool. And now that you're really trying to get roles, or not trying, yes, you're trying to get roles out there. Are there any specific like characters that you are seeking to play? Like, You've already mentioned like the bad guy, the mom, but is there something that you would like to be picked up for?
Well, since I've since I've been around 14 and I first read Macbeth, you know, I fell in love with Lady Macbeth character and the whole femme fatale kind of persona. And I think playing roles like that would be very cool to embrace femininity, but also ambition and drive.
Okay, and are there any directors or filmmakers that you look forward to maybe working with one day?
Well, there are so many talented people out there. I don't think I can pick someone, but Greta Gerwig is like amazing director, as well as Sofia Coppola,
Oh yeah.
and obviously Steven Spielberg, who kind of made my childhood with his movies, you know?
Yes. So we see your love for movies, for acting. Before you get into the mindset of playing whatever character it is that you're trying to audition for, do you have like some sort of a routine to get into the role?
Well, definitely reading the script first,
Yes.
the source material, you know? Getting to know the script is the first thing I do. But I kind of love to sit down a little bit, think like my character would think, you know? Sit down, drink my coffee, explore the text, you know? And I kind of trying to get the spaces between lines that I can kind of explore and put something I want to put there, you know? Like, for example, if there is a line and it's very sad, I try to kind of add some humor to it, or even more sadness, or something that will be contrasting kind of with the line vibe, you know, to make it more interesting and kind of bold in the choice.
And when you're playing a role that's maybe sad or whatever other emotion, after you're finished doing that project or that audition, how do you get out of that vibe?
Well, it's sometimes it's hard because when you get the script that is really sad and you had similar situation in your life, it's kind of hard not to overthink it. But after after all, it's just a job, and you gotta be in the headspace that it is just a job, and you're doing your job. It's not you, it's the character. You gotta kind of remind yourself that, and yeah.
Thank you for sharing that because this can be advice for other aspiring actors as well. So thank you.
Yeah.
And now I want to get into your writing because I was looking at the notes that you sent me, and it just seems so awesome that you're going to, or you're currently working on contributing to theater and writing a feature film. Well, let's first look at the feature film. I want to save the theater writing script for last, but let's focus on your feature film. Tell us, what is it all about?
Well, it's about a young woman who is kind of exploring different stages of her life. She is kind of looking at her life from a third person perspective. So she's there, but she's also exploring it on different levels, you know, she wasn't aware of earlier. And yeah, it's very much inspired by Danse Macabre motive, as I said before. And it's about self drive and the pressure that society puts on women, especially, to pursue realistic things, not necessarily what they want or are called to do.
And would you say that as you're writing this, as you're working on this, is this a sort of reflection of yourself, or is this just a character that you have created?
there are parts of myself in the character, but it's a whole different person, and you cannot. I At least I personally believe that you cannot put yourself too much in the character, because that can be self-destructing at some point.
And where are you right now in the creation of this project?
Well, actually, I am finishing it. I think I will write another 5 or 6 pages to wrap the project, and I kind of want to leave it for 2 or 3 months to let it like sit down there and to get back to rewriting it with clear headspace.
Okay, so what do you need to get this project from where it is now, from writing onto the big screen?
Well, definitely producers, distributors, a whole film crew, actors as well. So, yeah, a lot of great and talented people that will help me make this story come true.
Awesome. So there are people in the audience who are producers, actors, can probably help to get this project completed. Hopefully this is a place where people can connect and give you the support that you need to get this project done.
Yeah.
Because I would love to see it once it's completed.
Yeah, I would love to see it too.
Yes. So now I wanted to dive into your theater project because it's not just theater, it's like philosophy in action
Yes.
from what I've read.
Yeah.
I'll stop there. Tell us
Okay.
what is it?
So, lately I've been personally taking driving lessons, and it's really challenging, to be honest. And I think car is a space when you're locked with another person and you just are kind of forced to share what you think. And a lot of us has this whole different ideas in our head and different beliefs and different perspectives. And I think it would be very fun to explore two contradicting kind of perspectives and two strangers locked in a car together.
Or would this be a musical?
No, it's not going to be a musical, it's going to be a play. But writing a musical in the future would be also very exciting.
Where are you at right now when it comes to the process?
It's at the very beginning. I just started writing it, and I'm kind of trying to explore and have fun with the characters, because I don't want my characters to be one certain thing. I want them to be complex and unique. Because there are no good or bad people, as well as there are no good or bad characters.
Now for this, because like with the feature film, of course you're looking for producers, actors, and there's things that you need for the
Yeah.
for the theater. Are you looking also for like a grand scale? You want it to be played like in all over Europe, or is this something that's more small and intimate?
Well, actually, I was thinking about something smaller in London,
Okay.
because I'm mostly writing in English, so it would be easier to get something done in English in London than in Poland. But yeah, definitely something smaller with smaller crew, smaller theater, and minimal kind of, you know, things on stage.
Yes. So, when can we see when is your personal deadline for this project to be completed?
My personal deadline is probably the end of the year, but I don't know how long it's going to take to make it happen, make it, into theater.
So, will this be the first theatrical project that you've ever completed? If you do this,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
not if. I mean, when you do this.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be it's gonna be the first one.
Okay, well, I'm so excited for you. And your feature film, will this also be your first?
Also, my first. Yeah.
Okay, also first. And for acting roles, is there anything yet accredited to you at the moment?
Nope.
No. So you're really embracing creativity, and I just love it.
Yeah. I really am.
So what is it that you would say personally keeps you motivated? I know you gave us a saying earlier, but is there anything else that keeps you motivated to chase your dreams?
Just the fact that I know it's possible to make it happen. I I know it's going to happen at some point, and I just keep going to get to that point.
Awesome. Well, I love your attitude and how you're still going out there and pushing, pushing, pushing.
Yeah.
I wish you the best of luck. Now, if there
Thank
are producers out there or actors or whatever who may want to say, "Oh, I would love to contribute my time. I would love to contribute some of my talents to supporting and helping Zuza," where can they go?
I answer for all DMs I get on Instagram and Twitter, so feel free to reach out to me. I will love to talk, even if we won't do a project together. I just really love connecting to other creatives and kind of make connections in the industry that I love so much.
Excellent. So what is your Instagram?
Zuzana Piatek.
I'll put it in the show notes. So if you are listening, if you're driving or whatever, and you're not able to write it down, don't worry. It's okay. I will put Zuza's Instagram in the show notes, and also that'll be the same handle for her Twitter. And now, Zuza, before we conclude, I always ask each guest the same question, and that is for you, Zuza. Why is creativity important for you?
Well, it's very important for me because it really helped me to shape who I am in my adult life, and it really helps me explore parts of myself that I wouldn't be able to explore if I wouldn't be creative in my free time. And also, I believe that creativity helps to get away from your reality and help you to create some other dimension that you are really yourself.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Zuza, for sharing why creativity is important for you and how it has just really inspired you throughout your life. And I look forward to seeing your work, your feature film, your acting gigs, all of that. And for people in the audience, please feel free to like this episode, especially if you're watching it on YouTube. Give it a like, subscribe, please share. If you're listening to this on Spotify, please also give please a good rating. That always helps the algorithm, and always give a comment. And I'll be leaving again information about our guest Zusa in the show notes. And also, if you would like to help support this channel, you can buy me a coffee by going to buymeacoffee.com/truth7, because all of your help helps me keep this podcast going so I can continue inviting amazing and awesome guests like our special guest today, Zuza. So, Zuza, thank you so much for being an awesome guest on my podcast, Creativity Worth Expressing.
Thank you so much for having me. That was so fun.